As we continue to look at Isaiah chapter 40 today, I want to read verses 12 to 17. And it begins with the first three verses, kind of these questions that invite a response, which I'm going to throw in. Who has measured the waters in the hollow of his hand and marked off the heavens with a span, enclosed the dust of the earth in a measure, and weighed the mountains in scales and the hills in a balance? And the answer is only God. Who has directed the Spirit of the Lord, or as his counselor has instructed him? Nobody. Whom did he consult for his enlightenment, and who taught him the path of justice? Again, the answer is nobody. Who taught him knowledge and showed him the way of understanding? Nobody. Isaiah is highlighting the uniqueness and greatness of God. Then he goes on to say in verses 15 to 17, even the nations are like a drop from a bucket and are accounted as dust on the scales. See, he takes up the isles like fine dust. Lebanon would not provide fuel enough, nor are its animals enough for a burnt offering. And then the passage culminates with our verse for today, verse 17. All the nations are as nothing before him. They are accounted by him as less than nothing and emptiness. How does that verse hit you? It's something watching the Olympics and seeing people competing for their country, for their nation, and the pride and the level that people are willing to go to try to both win medals and to bring honor to their country and to receive the joy and affirmation and appreciation of their fellow citizens. And as often happens in the Olympics, there's almost always a host country boost. And we've seen that again this year with how the crowds in France have just powered the French swimmers and other athletes and runners as they've won a significant number of medals. And many of us take pride in our country. There's a lot of those of us who are Americans. We're very proud of being American. And politicians always want to say, we're the greatest nation on earth. We're the greatest nation in history. And as much as anyone loves their country, Isaiah 40 is a very strong reminder that our nation, all the nations of the world, are as nothing before the everlasting God who created the universe. And the appropriate attitude for us to take is one of humility before God. All the nations, not just one nation, all the nations are as nothing before the Lord. They are accounted by him as less than nothing and emptiness. Keep your pride in your country, whether that's the United States or any other nation that you may have family from, in its proper place. God is so much greater.